From year to year, month to month, week to week, and day to day, people across the world are obsessed with a phenomenon that is professional wrestling. But why? 101 reasons to love professional wrestling. There are many components of professional wrestling that should be both understood and celebrated, in no particular order. Patriotism. Having a sense of pride in your domain is something instilled in our very being. There, we wake up each day and lie our heads to sleep in the same place. It's home. It's where we experience life. Holding a sentiment for the land that we represent is part of our culture on many levels. Everyone has established roots somewhere. We represent our domestic domicile, our cities, our states, and our countries. Pride in one's country is patriotism. Flags are waved, anthems are sang, pledges are made, and traditions are established. There have always been stories in history of existence of war and dispute. Nothing is perfect, and perfectly legitimate grievances could be had with one's homeland. But these cultures continue to carry on. Children are raised, lives are lived, and these countries continue on with the culture. Even in the most genuine thought, it is hard not to have some sense of patriotism. Professional wrestling is a collective of cultures, so it is a perfect vessel for a display of patriotism. The early days of wrestling always had a showcase of country pride. This would just be someone wrestling and representing their homeland. Around World War II, wrestling would mirror what was happening in the real world and introduce the trope of evil foreign wrestler. These performers, sometimes not actually from the country they claim, would display sad stereotypes of foreign lands. Hawaiian-born Tojo Yamamoto wrestled as an evil Japanese wrestler in the 1960s and 70s. He would travel the southern states of America and utilize the Pearl Harbor bombing to rile up the crowds. Ivan Koloff, a Canadian playing a Russian, used the Cold War as his heat-seeking catalyst. There would be the Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, Colonel De Beers, Haku, Kamala, and the great Yokozuna. Then these anti-American wrestlers would battle it out with wrestlers who were portrayed as over-the-top pro-American heroes. Seeing a wrestler come to the ring with an American flag was an easy way to pander to the home country fans. Hulk Hogan was a flag-waving hero that would take on all evildoers, including the foreign heels. But even outside of him, it would be hard not to put patriotic characters Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Sergeant Slaughter on the same level of jingoistic American fodder. Others like Del Wilkes' patriot character, Lex Luger, and Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle have been a few of many more who have used American pride to rally the American fans. These characters are completely outdated. Thankfully, this trope did begin to evolve. There are many wrestlers who are from different cultures, but they are not always defined as a bad guy just because they're from a different country. There are still bad guys from every culture, but it's no longer mandatory. Bret the Hitman Hart would be a proud Canadian wrestler, but the majority of his televised career saw him as one of the most beloved wrestlers in the world for a generation. There are plenty of international talent who are proud of where they come from, but they are also appreciated for the person they are and the morals they stand by. Times need to continue with change, but the landscape of wrestling is full of representation as new paths continue to be paved. Patriotism is a way to represent and open new doors. Great wrestlers connect with the crowd no matter what flag they wave, because great wrestling will always be without borders.